If I'd just spent 28 million on a player and only played 10 games, I'm pretty annoyed. Hello and welcome to this Football Manager 2019 experiment, and as you can tell from the thumbnail, we have put the 2001-2002 successful Liverpool squad into the present day Premier League. And as you can see, look at the players they had: Owen, Fowler, Heskey, Hippier, Gerrard, Hamann, Dudek, Jamie Redknapp was still there, Henchos, Carragher at 23. Who else? Berger, Gary McAllister. All fantastic and well-known players. Owen was only 22. Gerrard was only 21. Fowler, 27. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead for this first episode. We're going to go ahead 5 years, but we're going to go ahead 1 year at a time so we can keep pace and keep up with what's going on with the squad. Let's go to the season preview, and Liverpool are second favourites to win it. Look at that squad. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead 1 year, and then we will go through the transfer schedule and the overview of the Liverpool squad. Gone 1 year ahead to the 26th of June 2019, and as you can see, Liverpool have come third in the league, only losing 3 games. Brighton, Manchester United and Leicester all away. They made Anfield a fortress by the looks of things. 77 points, 1 point behind second place Tottenham, with Manchester United going on to win the league. Is Klopp still in charge? He is. Let's go to the transfers and have a look. So, who did they buy? They bought Sidibe in from Monaco, Pavon, Hendricks from PSV. Schmeichel went out to Arsenal. Danny Murphy went on loan to West Ham. And Stephen Warnock went out to Stevenage. Let's go to the schedule, see if they won anything. We're going to blitz through this. We've got 5 years to get through. Where is the Carabao Cup? They lost to the Carabao Cup 3-1 to Bournemouth. Look like they're doing well in the Champions League. Let's go down. FA Cup third round, they beat Leeds 3-1, drew 3-3 with Wolves, and went on to beat them in the replay. Beat Juventus in the first leg of the first knockout round, and won away at West Ham 2-0 in the FA Cup, but lost at Juventus 4-0 in the first round of the Champions League. And then the 6th round of the FA Cup, they lost to Manchester City away. So no medals, winning medals at all in the first season of this experiment. So what we shall do is we'll go ahead another year and see if they can rectify that. Gone ahead another year to 2020, and as you can see, Liverpool have come third again, this time losing 8 games and not making Anfield a fortress. 82 points was the total. Let's go and have a look at their transfers. Who did they bring in? Telles, Romero, Rog. They spent 135 million. Robbie Fowler went to Arsenal. Henchos went to Madrid. Jamie Redknapp went to Newcastle for 20 million. Yari Litmanen went off to Shakhtar. Neil Mellor went to Lincoln, and Danny Murphy went off to Wolves on loan. But look at this, Robbie Fowler has gone to Arsenal. Where he only got a rating of 6.98 half the season, I guess. Jamie Redknapp, let's have a look, went to Newcastle for 20 million. And got a rating of 6.78. Stefan Henchos went to Madrid and absolutely stomped it with a rating of 7.34. Let's go to the fixtures then. Did they win anything? Carabao Cup, they went out in the 4th round. They went through in the first round against Swansea, but lost on penalties to Bournemouth. seem to be doing well in the Champions League. FA Cup, they beat Manchester United 3-1 at Old Trafford. Champions League, first round, they drew 1-1 with Lazio. Sorry, that's not Lazio, Benfica, sorry. Where were we? FA Cup, third round, they beat Manchester United, 3-1. FA Cup, fourth round, they beat Burton 4-1. And then the fifth round, they beat Newcastle 1-0, so on a good run in the FA Cup. And then they won again 2-0 in the Champions League second leg. Manchester City, they beat 2-1 in the sixth round of the FA Cup, but went on to lose to Chelsea 2-1 in the semi-final. In the Champions League, they got knocked out of the quarter-final with a 2-0 loss to Juventus in the first leg and a 1-1 draw in the second leg, going on to win nothing again. Jurgen Klopp without any trophies. So let's go ahead another year to 2021 and see if this man can finally win a cup of some sort. We have gone ahead another year to 2021, and as you can see, Liverpool have come third again, losing 7 games this season and only getting 75 points. Not very good. Michael Owen's still there, of course. Let's go to the transfer history and take a look. So they brought in Jimenez and Laurent. 145 million they spent. Anyone go? Traore went to West Brom for 3.4 million. Danny Murphy went out to West Ham, and John Iris went to Juventus, and Nicky Barmby went to Tottenham. Let's go to their schedule. Champions League, they look like they're doing well. Carabao Cup, they don't seem to do well in the Carabao Cup, losing 2-1 to Stoke. FA Cup third round, they beat Newcastle 3-0, then drew 2-2. In the replay with Crystal Palace, they beat them 6-1 at home with an Owen hat-trick. Valencia in the first leg of the first knockout stage of the Champions League, they beat them 3-2 and then lost at home 1-0. Missed that there, I'm afraid. Manchester City, they lost to them in the FA Cup 3-1 with Heskey and Jimenez both sent off in that game. In the quarter-final of the Champions League, they lost 2-1 at home to Valencia and drew 1-1 away. So again, another trophy-less season for Jurgen Klopp. 5 years in charge, no trophies at all. Is Owen the player that he was in real life? Look at the ratings, look at the goals. He is an absolute legend. Again, Steven Gerrard is also an absolute legend. Let's go ahead one more year and see what happens. Ahead one more year again to the 27th of June 2022, and finally Liverpool have moved up a position from the previous 3 seasons, losing 6 games this season. Manchester United twice, Manchester City once, and only losing once at home, which was to Manchester United. 84 points was the total, an extra 5 points and they would have won the league. Let's go to the transfer market. So, what happened? Let's have a look. They brought in Martinez, Guedes and Trott and Embolo, both free, 195 million. And would you look at that, Michael Owen has only gone to Paris Saint-Germain. Like he did a few years ago when he went to Real Madrid, when he left Liverpool. But this time he's gone to Paris Saint-Germain. John Iris has gone to Juventus for 34 million. And Nicky Barmby, 28 million to Tottenham. You having me on? Really? Need to see this. Is he that good? Oh, if I'd just spent 28 million on a player and only played 10 games, I'm pretty annoyed. Anyway, Chris Curtin's gone to Watford. Danny Murphy's gone out for free to Sevilla. How's he getting on? Oh, okay. So he went to Sevilla for free, and then Chelsea bought him for 43 million, and he only played 7 games. Okie dokie, we'll keep an eye on him. But otherwise, nothing of greater importance there, really. How do they get on in the league, in the fixtures? Let's have a look. Champions League, okay. Carabao Cup, they beat Wolves 2-1. In the 4th round, they beat Aston Villa 1-0. Champions League, they're doing well in there. They lost the quarterfinals on penalties to Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. FA Cup 3rd round, they won 3-2 against Palace, but then went on to the 4th round and lost to Southampton. Champions League 1st round, Jurgen Klopp's old stomping ground, Dortmund, where they won 2-0, and then back at home they won 3-0. Man City were the team in the quarterfinals. In the first leg, they beat them 1-0, and then away at the City of Manchester Stadium, they won 2-1. So off to the semi-finals in the Champions League for Liverpool, where they managed to play Paris Saint-Germain and they lost 2-0 with Michael Owen scoring a penalty against his old club. Now, I would have thought Owen in real life would not have wanted to take that against his old team. And as you can see, they beat them at home 2-1 in the Champions League 2nd leg. But it would not have been enough, as on aggregate, Paris Saint-Germain would have had 3 goals. So out they go of the Champions League. Again, another winless season, no trophies at all in 6 years for Jurgen Klopp. I am surprised they have kept him on as manager. But this I think this experiment is not going as planned as I wanted it to, but it's not going any worse. Steven Gerrard still at the club and still cracking out amazing ratings. So let's go ahead another year for this episode, one more year, and see if Klopp or the Liverpool team can turn around something and win some trophies before we move on to the next episode. We're in the year 2023, and as you can see, Liverpool have come second again. 3 times third and twice second, losing 7 games this season, twice to Tottenham as well, and twice to Manchester City, and only getting 75 points, just coming second, with goal difference better than Chelsea. Is the man in charge still? He is Jurgen Klopp. Let's go to the transfers. Who has come in? Carragher from Real Madrid. And who has gone out? Hendricks. Berger's gone out to loan to Bayern, but no other big names have gone, which is good. Let's have a look at the schedule. So they didn't start off well in the Premier Division. Champions League, they started okay. Carabao Cup, they won the 3rd round on penalties. And then the 4th round, they lost away to Leicester 1-0. Then in December, I'm guessing this was to do with the World Cup, so there was a lot of friendlies going on. And they won at the 3rd round of the FA Cup on New Year's Eve. They beat Swansea 2-0. Went on to play Sheffield United in the 4th round, where they won 3-1. And obviously they played Barnsley in the 5th round and won 4-0. The first knockout round of the Champions League, 2-2 with Paris Saint-Germain, and then lost away to Paris Saint-Germain 3-0. Again, Michael Owen scoring for PSG. So they are out of that. West Ham was their next opponent in the FA Cup, where they won 1-0 at home. They then went on to the FA Cup semi-final, where they beat Man City 3-2 with Heskey scoring 2 goals. And then they went on to the final and finally won a trophy. They they won the FA Cup with a Gerrard double, 2-1 against their close rivals, Manchester United. Let's go to the manager screen. 7 years and 262 days, and Jurgen Klopp has finally won a trophy in 2023, the English FA Cup. Let's go to the players. Steven Gerrard is still around. Heskey is still around. Carragher, Biscan is still there. Who else? Jerzy Dudek, Sami Hyypiä, Marcus Babbel, Sander Westerfield, and Damien Teenery, I think. But otherwise, everyone else has practically gone. There is no... Oh, Hamann is still there. Patrick Berger, sorry. I can't see anyone else, but that's it really. Hamann is now 32 and can't make it into the squad. And Patrick Berger is 33. Went on loan to Bayern and played 22 games there. Okay, so again, I think this experiment isn't going too badly. I'm quite happy with it. So what we're going to do, we're going to move on to the next episode. This is episode 1, and we're going to move on to episode 2. So what I would like to do is thank you for watching this episode. Please like and share with your friends, and don't forget to press that button, the red one that says subscribe. See you next time for the next episode of the Liverpool 2001-2002 team in the current Premier League.